Ramadan is such a deeply spiritual time, right? It's all about connection and reflection. But let's be real for a second. The long hours of fasting can be physically a lot. So this year, our goal isn't just to survive it. It's to have the energy and clarity to actually thrive. Let's get into how we can do that.
You know that feeling, right? The midday slump hits, you get that brain fog, or maybe it's those nagging fasting headaches. If you've ever dealt with that, you know exactly how it can pull your focus away from your worship and your day. It's super common, but here's the thing, it doesn't have to be your reality.
So, this year, let's flip the script. Don't think of this as some strict, boring meal plan. Think of it as your personal energy blueprint, a plan designed to fuel your body correctly so you can focus on your spiritual goals. And it all starts with the most important meal of the day.
Everything, and I mean everything, starts with a solid foundation. In Ramadan, that foundation is suhoor. Skipping it? That's like trying to run a marathon on an empty tank. It just doesn't work. What you eat here really sets the tone for your entire day's energy and focus. Okay, so let's break down what the perfect suhoor plate actually looks like. It's all about balance. See this? We're aiming for about 40% complex carbs. We're talking oatmeal, whole grains, that kind of stuff. These are your slow-release fuel. They break down gradually, feeding you energy for hours so you avoid that quick spike and crash. Then you've got 30% protein, like eggs or yogurt, which is key for keeping you feeling full. And finally, 30% fiber and healthy fats. Think avocado or a handful of nuts. These guys are crucial for keeping your blood sugar stable. This exact combo is the secret weapon against that midday crash.
So, what does this look like in the real world? Honestly, it's way simpler than you think. You could do overnight oats or a chia seed pudding that you literally prepped the night before. Or maybe some scrambled eggs with avocado on the side. Even a whole grain roti with some leftovers from Iftar works. These are not complicated meals, but they are perfectly engineered to carry you through the day.
And please, we cannot forget about hydration. A huge mistake people make is either forgetting to drink water or just chugging a liter right at the end. The real goal is to aim for about 750 milliliters, which is roughly 3 glasses, and sip it steadily from the moment you wake up. Front-loading your water like this is absolutely crucial for preventing headaches and fatigue later on.
All right, so we've built our foundation at suhoor. Now, let's talk about navigating the fast itself. This is where those smart choices you made in the morning really start to shine, helping you maintain your energy and focus all day long.
Let's tackle the #1 complaint I hear, headaches. They almost always come from one of 2 culprits. First up, dehydration. No surprise there, right? That's why hitting that 750 ml target at suhoor is non-negotiable. The second big one is caffeine withdrawal. If you're a daily coffee drinker, going cold turkey is just asking for a pounding headache. The best way to handle this is to slowly cut back in the week before Ramadan, or just swap that morning coffee for a warm, hydrating herbal tea.
Now, I want to talk about an unsung hero of the fasting day, fiber. Yeah, we all know it helps with digestion, which is super important. But it has another job that's even more critical for your energy. Fiber basically acts like a traffic cop for sugar. It slows down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream, which prevents those sharp energy spikes and the awful crashes that follow. This gives you a much more stable, steady stream of energy all day.
And what about working out? You don't have to stop, you just have to be a little more strategic about it. The goal here is just to maintain your fitness, not break any personal records. You've got 3 really good windows. You could do a light workout about 45 minutes before Iftar, since you know you're about to refuel, or you could wait until about an hour after Iftar once your food has started to digest. My personal favorite? A lot of times it's later in the evening, maybe around 11 p.m. It's a great way to de-stress before you get a few hours of sleep.
And just like that, you've made it to Iftar. This moment is such a blessing, but how you break your fast is going to determine whether you feel energized for evening prayers or you just crash into a food coma. The goal is simple: replenish, don't overwhelm.
Okay, this 3-step approach is a total game changer. Step 1, start simple. Break your fast with dates, a big glass of water, we're talking about 500 milliliters here, and maybe some fruit. Then, step 2, and this is the most important part, pause. Step away from the food, go pray Maghrib. This gives your body and brain a minute to connect. By the time you come back for step 3, that initial intense hunger is gone, and you can build your main plate way more mindfully.
Speaking as a clinical nutritionist, eating slowly is one of the kindest things you can do for your body. It actually takes about 20 minutes for your stomach to send the "hey, I'm full" signal to your brain. When you eat super fast, you blow right past that signal, which leads to overeating and that heavy, sluggish feeling. So my advice, chew slowly, really taste your food, and just be present. Now come on, Ramadan just wouldn't be Ramadan without all those amazing cultural foods we love, right? The goal is never deprivation, it's about mindful enjoyment. I have this little saying I use, a samosa a day keeps the dietitian away. And what I mean is, you can absolutely enjoy your favorites, you just have to be intentional about it.
And here it is, the perfect example. Instead of mindlessly grabbing 3 or 4 fried items, make a conscious choice. Pick the one thing you really want, and then savor it. By setting a simple target of just one indulgent item a day, you get to enjoy the traditions without totally wrecking your energy for the next day's fast.
That window of time between Iftar and Suhoor is short, but it is so powerful. How you use these few precious hours to hydrate and rest is just as important as what you eat. This is where you set yourself up for a stronger tomorrow.
So remember that daily water goal we talked about? The evening is when you catch up. You had about 750 milliliters at Suhoor, another 500 milliliters at Iftar, so now your goal is to just steadily sip on about another liter of water throughout the evening. Keep a bottle with you. A warm herbal tea can also be a really nice part of your wind-down ritual. Let's face it, sleep gets a little compromised during Ramadan, so the quality of the sleep you do get is everything. Having refined sugars late at night, even if you fall asleep easily, can really mess with that quality. So try to create a simple wind-down routine. Maybe swap those post-Tarawih sweets for some fruit, read a book for a bit, sip on that herbal tea, and please try to disconnect from all screens at least 30 minutes before bed. It really helps tell your body it's time to rest.
So let's put this all together. Think of this little schedule as your daily cheat sheet. At Iftar, you hydrate and eat something light. Post-Iftar, that's your window for your main meal, maybe some light movement and more hydration. And then pre-bed is all about winding down and resting up. It's a simple structure that brings everything we've talked about into a nice, repeatable daily flow.
You know, while our main goal is feeling energized day to day, it's pretty cool to remember that there are some incredible things happening inside your body on a much deeper level when you fast.
Seriously, think of fasting as a spring cleaning for your entire cardiovascular system. Studies have shown it can help reduce inflammation and improve things like your blood pressure. It basically gives your heart and blood vessels a much-needed chance to rest and reset. How cool is that? And no, it's not just in your head. Fasting can literally make you feel sharper. It kicks off this amazing process that helps clear out cellular gunk or waste in the brain. This can lead to better cognitive function and even better memorization, which, let's be honest, is a fantastic side effect during a month of deep Quranic reflection.
At the end of the day, food is just the fuel. The purpose behind all of this is spiritual. By managing your energy well, you're just creating more space, more capacity for worship, for your community, and for reflection. So the real question is, how are you going to use this blueprint to not just survive the month, but to make it your most energized and spiritually fulfilling Ramadan yet?